Come on, let's do it, I said as I humped the massive thing into the hallway of the school. It was eerie being here after hours. Honestly, if I hadn't been so pissed off at my big brother, I probably wouldn't be doing this right now. But Ace had said that I wasn't allowed to pull off a senior prank since I wasn't a senior, and shit had gone downhill from there. Which was how it led me to now, standing in the middle of the senior hallway at school with a 3-foot-tall, 2-foot in diameter, massive dildo. It was even skin-colored, paired with quite a few veins, as well as the biggest pair of balls that I'd ever seen. You got the lube? I asked Callum. He rolled his eyes and produced about 4 bottles from his pants pocket. Excellent, I said, unearthing the massive dong from my box. Spencer, you got the glue? Spencer held up the glue. It was super, super glue, or so I was told. I asked the guy at the hardware store what would be the best thing to stick silicone to tiles, and he'd pointed me in the direction of that particular type of glue. So, it was my hope that the glue wouldn't be coming off very easily. They'd have to chop the dick apart before they could unglue it, or so I hoped. I didn't want to make it easy for them. What would be the fun in that? Let's do this. I turned the dildo up and gestured to the rather large suction cup at the bottom. Do you think that someone would actually use this for what it's intended for? Callum asked. I looked at my younger brother and shrugged. Who knows? I said.
I glared at Banks and wished that my glare could produce something other than just a glare. Fire, death rays, something, anything, really. God, I hated Banks Valentine, with a passion, really. It had been 2 weeks since the incident, 2 weeks since having to tell my parents that I owed $500 to the school for something that I didn't do. Not that my parents cared. Honestly, they were happy. I'd, apparently, put forth the effort, and they were happy that I'd tried to fit in. I hadn't tried to do shit, but if it got them off of my case for a while, I'd take it. That didn't mean that I forgave Banks' goddamn Valentine, though. I seriously wanted to pick up my textbook and knock him straight over the head with it. I halfway wanted to do it just to see what he would do, though detention wasn't my favorite place to be. And honestly, I wasn't sure that I'd just get detention. My luck, I'd probably get suspended and have to spend even more time with my parents than I already did. Ms. Sunshine, I heard the teacher call. Can you answer the question? I turned to Mr. Feeney and smiled. I'm sorry, what was your question again? I asked sweetly. Not sweetly enough, because he scowled at me for not paying attention. I asked if you would like to come up here and solve the equation, he repeated. I shrugged and got up, walking carefully to the front of the room, being damn sure not to touch Banks Valentine, who had his goddamn leg and half his body in the aisle. I picked up the marker and started to solve the equation on the board, not stopping until I had it neatly wrapped up at the bottom of the board. I handed the marker back to him and tried not to look smug.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.